Let's move a bit toward startups and entrepreneurship. You have spent more time as an entrepreneur, I believe, than you spent in working for big companies. So tell me why startups fail. What would be the top reasons for a startup to fail?
People. That's it. Number one reason for why startups fail is people. It's either you have founders that fight with each other, or you have the management team is not the management team, or the founding team is not working together in a healthy way, and it's not focused on the right thing to build a great company. Like, they're not focused on the right things. They're maybe very excited about open source or very excited about AI. No, you should be excited about the customer and how solving the problems. That's what you should be excited about. AI is the tool that you're going to use to achieve that. Open source is the tool that you're going to use to achieve that. So it's the people and their experience, and are they focused on the right things? That's the number one reason by far. The second reason I would say is bad luck. Like, even if you're great, even if you're amazing, even if you're awesome, sometimes you will have bad luck. You came in at the wrong time. A big competitor comes in and just launches something that replaces you overnight. Like that's bad luck. And that can happen. And when these things happen, I don't count them. Like, I do some angel investments as well with entrepreneurs. If the reason why the company failed is because of people, then I would think twice before I invest in them again. If the reason why it failed is because of bad luck, no, I invest in them again 100%, like, no problem, because I know that these things happen. And it happens to the best of us. Like, if you look at Steve Jobs, before the iPhone, he tried to make something called the Newton. I don't know if you heard about the Newton or you saw it. It was a few years, like 5 years before the iPhone. It completely failed. Steve Jobs, right? Steve Jobs completely failed. Why? Because wrong time. It was the wrong time. The people were not ready for it yet. The technology was not ready for it. It was wrong timing. Great idea, great team, great market, bad timing, right? And the bad timing is not under your control sometimes. So that's my long answer to your question. The number one reason why companies fail is people.
Yeah. So choose your co-founders carefully.
Everybody very carefully. First 100 employees.
Hire the first 150 employees carefully.
Yeah. So I interview the first 100 employees in all of my companies. I did that with the previous one, with this one as well. After 100, you can start relaxing that constraint a bit, because now we have a good enough seed that this seed of employees now should hopefully spread the right culture, the right attitudes, and be at the right bar that you expect, so that keeps going on. But you need that first 100 is so critical to your success. So you have to be very, very focused on that team that you're building in that first 100. And then you have to be very focused, of course, in your early years. First, you have to be focused, which most companies struggle with that. They keep throwing spaghetti on the wall everywhere. Like, yes, you should be throwing some spaghetti, but not everywhere. You need to, like, have some focus, have some thesis. Otherwise, you're not going to have momentum, right? It's like how you hold a lens and there's rays of light that come in and they burn a hole. You're only going to burn that hole if you have focus. If you're not focused, you're not going to do anything, especially against the big companies that have way more money and way more people than you. So number one is focus, is very, very critical, and you have to be paying attention to that. And number two is people and the relationships between the people. And then number three is the mission. Is you need to have a very clear mission that you're working on this because you love it, because you're solving this problem that everybody cares about, as opposed to you're just working. So always start with the why. Why are we doing this? Why is this important? So at Vectara, our mission is we want to help the world find meaning, right? So the neural networks, the AI is very good at extracting meaning from things and helping you find that meaning so you can do something productive with it. So that's the mission that I resonate with, and our team all resonates with, and we believe in it. And that helps us work harder, and it also helps us guide our research strategy, our product strategy towards achieving that mission.